Hey, brothers and sisters, it's Derek, Chad. Wanted to give another update. Not having union meetings, so we wanted to kind of fill you in on the things that have been going on. There's been a lot happening, so bear with us if we're a little bit long-winded in this one, but we want to make sure we get the information out to the membership. So, first couple of things are the BIQ audit. We are going to have Defiance, a group from Defiance, in next week. February 16th through the 18th. They are going to be in to help us with an internal calibration. So when you see those folks walking around, they're here to help us and give them all the assistance they need. Try to give good feedback, engage with them, and hopefully that will help us when we get to the real deal BIQ4 audit, which is April 6th through the 8th. Okay, so I think it's probably no secret that our BIQ metrics are in a little bit of trouble, but I don't think that they're irreparable. So Matt Orr and his team in GMS will be doing their best to get us prepared for that. So next week when you see the Defiance folks, help them out because they're here to help us out. If you have ordered a hoodie, if you've placed an order to buy a hoodie, they are at the hall. Please go get them. We are getting to the point where we're having other people ask if there are any left over. And so what we're going to do is we're going to keep them through this Friday, the end of business. If they haven't been claimed, then we're going to offer them up to be purchased by other people. So, and if you're out on sick leave, or right now the weather could be bad, if you have a reason why you can't get down to the hall, give them a call. Call Luann and let her know that you still want it and that you intend to pick it up, 812-279-6539. She'll be happy to hold it, but we have people that want them, so we want to try to get them sold as fast as possible. If you don't have one ordered and you're interested in one, starting Monday, if you want to come down to the hall, check out what we have left. I'd be more than happy to sell you one. The regular sizes up to extra large are 37. 2X and larger are 40, and again, that's at cost. The union doesn't make any money off of these. So if you're interested, pick it up if you've ordered one, and if you're interested in getting one, starting Monday, come down to the hall. We'll probably have some left over. The weather is definitely turning for the worse. I think he was just outside just a minute ago, and it's getting slick outside. Right. Make preparations for those sorts of things. Let your car run. Give yourself some extra time, and just be safe. Be careful, and make sure that you're taking care of yourself coming to and from work. Give yourself the preparation time. We want to see you get here and go home in the same condition. Okay. Brother Rick Coda, who's the chair of our Apprentice committee, wanted to give a shout out to three folks in particular, and this is something we want to start doing. Those that have gotten turned out. Katrina Manifold, congratulations. She turned out back in November. David Lewis also turned out back in November. And most recently, Chad Hughes, 3 die makers that we've had turn out, will hopefully and assuredly be good assets for our tool room. So congratulations to those folks, and we look forward to continuing to work with all of you. And thank you to Rick Coda for good work with the Apprentice Committee. He works tireless hours to make sure that everything goes well and tries to iron out all of the wrinkles that we have in the system. So congratulations to those folks. If you remember the last union meeting that we had, we made a donation. This is a little bit of the Good News Network. We made a donation to Ruben Morales. A lot of you may know Rick Morales. It's his nephew. We made a donation for him to go to a soccer camp where he's a gifted soccer player, and he was going to have the chance to make a Olympic team for 10 and under. So our donation helped him get to the camp, and good news is he actually made the team. So he is going to be playing some games in Memphis. Hopefully he can come back up around this way where we can get some people out, maybe cheer them on. But I wanted you guys to know and see that your donations, your help, your charity, your willingness to be able to help paid off in a very good way for one of our members and their family. So congratulations to Ruben and your soccer career. We hope that one day you don't forget the little folks when you make it big. Lastly, tomorrow's White Shirt Day. So for those that don't know, real quick synopsis, it marks the end of the sit-down strike. And the sit-down strike was in 1936 to 1937 at the Fisher Body plant and several other plants as well. It was the way in which our four brothers and sisters made the statement and got us representation by the UAW at General Motors. Okay, they sat down for 44 days in terrible conditions because they wanted a union, and they finally achieved a union on February 11th, 1937. So in homage to those folks, we wear white on February 11th, and that's to show that we are equal. We are co-equal with management. We deserve our seat at the table. So if you're in plant tomorrow and you're working tomorrow, wear a white shirt to help pay homage to those that came before us and sacrificed so we can enjoy the privileges and rights that come as union members in the UAW. So that's all I had. I'll pass it over to Chad. Let him give you his update.
Thanks, Brother Derek. So I want to start off, I want to talk about training. So anyone who is red in training, I want you to be aware that you cannot perform that work. If you're red, say for instance lockout. If you're red in lockout, you cannot perform lockout. We need to be able to get you into class and get you trained and up to speed and back into green on that. So if you're red, you need to get with your group leader. Then your group leader can get with Kevin Beasley and Lincoln Reese to get you scheduled for class. But you cannot perform that work if you are red in those areas. A little update on COVID-19. Numbers are coming down, which is a good thing. Vaccines are coming out. Like I said, it's not going to be a requirement to have a vaccine, but it will be highly encouraged. There's going to be some additional information come out on that later on this week. I believe Derek's going to post some additional information about it. So look for that. Chips, the microchips that I'm sure a lot of people have heard about. It has affected some assembly plants. What does that mean for us? Right now, it's not going to affect us. Just for the simple fact that we need to produce parts to be able to keep assembly plants running. So right now it's not going to affect us. Could it in the distant future? Maybe. But right now there is no production that's going to be affected at this time at Bedford or anytime soon. Profit sharing. If you don't know, profit sharing is going to be $9,000 this year, and that's if you achieve the hours to get the $9,000. If not, then it'll be prorated, and that check will be on the February 26th check is when you'll end up seeing that. Die setters. Right now they're looking to add more die setters, so anyone that's interested in becoming a die setter, put your name in for 63. I'm a die setter. What I can tell you about die setting, it can be very intimidating, especially if you've never done it. It's not for everybody, but it's also not a bad job, but it's definitely a dangerous job, and you have to be careful with what you're doing in that classification for sure. And you have to have trust of your partner. So if you are interested, feel free to go back and talk to some of the other die setters, and they give you some insight, back there as far as, the job and things like that. But we are looking to get some more die setters. Management has actually brought that up to us. We've already added some. I believe they're wanting to add some more. So anyone interested in die setting, put your 63 application in. Now, what everyone's probably been wondering about what happened yesterday with the tour and Phil and Victor being down here. So I think there's still a lot of questions. Right now, I think that what they're looking at is where we're going to be when they come back. They want to see improvement. Okay. Now, to me, that means that we got some things that we can definitely do better in, and we're actually starting to do better in some areas. And if we are showing improvement, then we're going to be continued to look at for future work and the work that we have right now. So we just need to stay focused on what we're doing, and that's making good quality parts. That's the best thing that we can do is make good quality parts. Because if we're not making quality parts, then we're dead in the water. So make sure we're making good quality parts, and we're doing what we know we need to do, and we'll be fine. But I think they're going to be coming back down here. I know that they're looking at some areas that we've asked for money in, and hopefully we're going to get that. But we have to prove ourselves. That's really the bottom line. We have to prove ourselves to stay in the game. So I know that's probably not the answer everyone's looking for, a definitive yes, definitive no. Unfortunately, that's not how it works sometimes. But the best thing that we can do is continue to make good quality parts. If we're doing that, we can stay in the game. Shutting down assembly plants is a big problem that we've had. I think we're working ourselves out of that in HIDC. IP26 coming online has made a huge improvement. Seeing those gains there is going to help us out tremendously. And that's some of the money that they're looking is to basically take the trim press off of another one so that, we don't have those bottlenecks anymore. So I think the presentation down there was very good. But they want to see continued improvement in those areas. CSS is another area of concern because the schedules down there are going up, and we need to be able to produce parts and quality parts. So that's really the big focus that everyone can do is just stay focused on your job, do your job, make quality parts, and we can do that. Then we're going to be okay. But we got to do better than what we are now. OEE down in CSS is, about 25%. It's not very good, and we need to get a lot better in that area. So we're going to actually have some more talks this week with upper management, Gareth, and try to get some plans in place. Having Nicole here, I think, has been a big help. She's been going and doing board reviews, trying to get some of these things closed down on boards that I know people have had on there for a long time. And she's eager to get in there and get some of these issues addressed and fixed, which is great. I think that's what a lot of people's been waiting on. Her and I have been doing board reviews. We got calibration coming up, and then we got the BIQ4 coming up. So she's really pushing that and getting everybody on board, buying into, we got to push these boards and fix the things that people on the floor are having issues with. And that's what those boards are for. And that's the true intent of what they're for. So having her here has definitely been a big help and will continue to be a help. So when we get additional information on anything, we will let you know on that. But our big focus needs to be is getting good quality parts out the door. And if we can do that, then we're going to be okay. But we got to improve from where we are. And I say that because that was one of the things that was brought up. Right now we're not in very good shape, but we can do better. I think all of us know we can do better. And having management help us do better is the other part of that. So that's going to be the other push. And like I said, Nicole was there to help push those through. So let's get this done so we can have a future, and that's what we're looking at. So that's what I got for now. And any additional information that we get, we'll share. I'm sure we'll be doing some more of these in the next couple of weeks for sure, with the calibration, the BIQ4, the COVID vaccine. There's a thing on Socrates. Like I said, Derek's going to talk about that a little bit more towards the end of the week. But that's what we got for now. I hope everyone don't buy into all the rumors flying around the floor, okay? Because they start on one end and they change to get all the way to the other. So just continue to stay focused on what we're doing and make good quality parts, and we'll get through this. So hang in there, and solidarity, brothers and sisters.